Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Shenanigans.
Hello.
All right. What's the plan? You had a plan before we left.
Yes.
We had a plan?
You always
Doctors
have a plan.
So we're gonna rifle through the doctor's
Papers.
papers. Yep, thank you. And we're gonna see who he has visited last. I'm gonna start questioning them.
All right. So the last patient that he had was okay. I'll just go in order then. The last patient that he had was not last night, the night that he left, but the night before. We'll call it night -1 or day -1.
Okay.
So 2nd of August, right?
Sure. No, because today's the 3rd of August. They left on the 2nd of August. It would have been on the 1st of August. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, first.
It was a woman called Annie.
Was it a night meeting?
Yes, it was. The book says he went over around 8 p.m. Or I guess they don't have AM PM. We don't. Went over just before sunset and didn't come back until after dark.
I got confused there. I went, oh yeah, opposite season.
Yeah. Because you guys have your August is your winter, right? You guys are the mid of winter right now. It's terrible.
Yeah, the sun's just rose now. It's 8 a.m.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, so early.
So that her name is Annie. She is a gymnast, and she works at as an entertainer here in town at Joey's Tavern.
Does it say what she is treated for?
Anxiety.
Okay. What does it say it was prescribed?
There are no prescriptions noted on this one.
Any notes?
Annie, anxiety again, emergency call, didn't get back until after dark.
Emergency call. All right, what about the one?
The one before that was a man named Buck. He is a student at Woghorts. He was being treated for massive injuries to his body. Lots of broken bones, a little bit of poisoning, damage to the eye socket.
Okay. All the night meetings, are they female or male or mixed?
So you start flipping back through this, making notes of things, right?
Looking for patterns.
Give me an intelligence check to note any patterns here.
Can I help him out and throw my intelligence in there too?
Sure.
What do you do?
You got a 22? That'll be good enough for us, I think. Yeah. You'll notice that, sure enough, this Annie person he sees about once a week for various things, sometimes in the middle of the day, but usually his late evening meetings are with her. The ones in the evening that aren't with her seem to be like a scattered array of people, and they tend to be for... how do I say this? More pressing things other than anxiety, like, child ate some wolfsbane and is going to die. Had to run over there at midnight to treat this child who might have been poisoned.
Dumbass
Or, child, man falls off dock and drowns. Had to resuscitate him at midnight or whatever. Yeah.
I think this might be our friend here, Shag. This might be the one.
Probably.
Would you like me to continue with former clients or patients?
No, that's good enough.
Okay.
I think we have enough of a pattern. So, it's at Joey's bar.
Yeah, she works at Joey's.
Before you
That's the one
leave,
that doesn't like us, right?
Joey's is the locals only no adventurers tavern in town.
Perfect.
Before we leave the guy's place, can I burn a detect magic in his house and see if there's actually anything magical in there?
Yeah, there's nothing magical in here.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's fine. We have to do what we have to do.
Is his medical supplies under the bed still, or are they gone?
No, they're gone.
All right.
Bring him with him. I mean, if he needs them out in the world.
Joey's.
Yeah, let's go to Joey's.
All
Big
right.
fan.
You guys head on down to Joey's Tavern.
Mhm.
Actually, it's just called Joey's, nothing else. and they see you walk in, and immediately the bouncer's like, "Hey guys, I don't know if you know, but this is for
We're not
locals
here for
only."
drinks, hanging out. We're here to ask questions, do a job that does not involve beating the shit out of anything and leaving.
Joey! Joey! And
sooner
someone named Joey arrives.
Okay, so we're conducting an investigation right now. Can you tell me about your dancer, Annie?
Annie?
Would you say yes?
She ain't no dancer. She's a
Gymnast.
performer.
Performer, sure, whatever.
Yeah,
Same
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Well, she ain't doing dancing. She does like trapeze and shit.
Someone might call that dancing. Anyway, semantics.
All right.
She good at, I've heard she's fantastic. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Do you know of any medical conditions she might have?
A blister?
Listener? Okay.
Is that right? Did I get it right?
No.
Oh.
But that actually helps. Thank you a lot for that. Is she here right now?
She's right there. And he's pointing to this woman who's like 6 feet tall, warming up over in the corner, like doing some pull-ups on some rings attached to the ceiling.
Toned or muscular?
A little bit of both. Like well-toned muscles. Like gymnast muscles, you know?
Gymnast strength.
Oh, lean. Okay, got it.
So lean, but easily like 14 strength.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Was she performing last night, just after sundown?
No. She didn't work last night or the night before that. She 4 days on, 3 days off.
All right, I got it. Do you mind if we come in, ask her a few questions, and then leave?
Do you mind if I have her meet you outside? The regulars don't like it when, you know.
I understand.
Cool.
Yep.
So he has her meet you guys outside.
Take a good look at the room inside while I'm in there, Neal. I take a very good mental picture of this for when I get teleported later.
A lot of dirty looks coming to you. A lot of people who are like, what are these guys doing in this locals only tavern?
And I just look at them knowing that I'm the source of all of their income. And also that if you wanted to, everyone at Shenanigans could run this town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this place used to be run by a guy called Frank, so I guess Joey must have bought it. A guy named Frank used to run Joey's. So,
That's fine.
Or will a guy named Frank eventually run Joey's? Who knows?
What is the timeline of Shenanigans?
Yeah, these things aren't necessarily in order. It could be anything.
It's like
we're
fucking
on
reading
episode 2.
half of one episode is 3 years from now. Don't know when that transition is, but it's there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, last week we were a year in the future.
All right, focus. Let's talk to her outside. We're gonna get time screwed here.
All right.
All right,
Hi.
so
Hi.
Sorry, Annie.
got some questions for you.
I've got to
about-
shake your hands. I've heard you're one of the best gymnasts, and I grab her and I look at her forearms. I grab her arm and say, "Thank you so much."
You're welcome.
Do you have any scratches?
Her forearms don't have any scratches. Her hands have like gymnast gloves on, so you can't
What
see her
around
hands.
like her face or like the back of her neck or anything?
Her
Anything?
face is fine. The back
Like
of her
would be a
neck
read.
seems to be fine.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. Absolutely. Shag, I think you had some questions for her?
Yeah. Where were you 2 nights ago?
The night of the second.
2 nights ago?
Out of the first.
Oh, not of the first, yeah, sorry.
I was at home.
Yeah, home? Okay.
I was at home. I came here for a drink, and then I went home, and
Okay.
Wait, the night of the
always
first,
been
guys.
the-
Wait, was that the same night that lady got off the boat screaming? Did you see her get off the boat screaming that night? Is that the first?
I don't live down by the docks. I wouldn't know.
It's fine.
Oh, okay.
How long have you been a performer?
Oh, been doing this professionally for 5 years now.
Nice. Okay. All right, so you'd say you're very comfortable in what you do.
Uh-huh. What is all this about, please?
Would you say you're an anxious person?
I feel very anxious right now.
That's understandable. But I mean in general.
Yes. I've actually been seeing a doctor about it.
Oh yeah? Who?
A Lord Wilkins?
Lord Wilkins? Okay. Okay. How long have you been seeing him?
He's been treating me for 6 months now.
6 months? Okay.
Yes.
What initially caused you to seek out help in this matter?
I dislocated my shoulder.
Okay.
And he came over to fix it, came down to Joey's to fix it, and he asked me about other things, and then he started treating me for this.
Okay. How'd you describe this Mr. Wilkins?
Mr. Wilkins is a very good doctor.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't had a better doctor than Frank.
Frank?
Lord Wilkins.
Okay.
Frank is, yeah, Lord Wilkins.
Do you normally go about referring to the nobility by the first name?
Is there something I can help you with?
Where were you last night?
I was home.
You're home?
Mm-hmm.
Can
What are
you
you doing?
corroborate that?
Excuse me?
Can you corroborate that?
I have a cat. Can you speak with animals?
Yes, I can.
Oh, good. Well, then you should speak with Mr. Boots.
Okay. All right, Mr. Boots. You mind if you take us to this Mr. Boots?
Of course. Well, just let me tell Joey that I can't. She
Okay.
pops her head in the door. I gotta go see a man about a cat. And then she pops out and takes you to her house, which is on the east side of town. And you head over there, and you
Before we
come
get
into
to the
this
gate?
small cottage. Yes.
Before we get in the gates, I want to pop off to one of the houses around her. I just want to leave the party and go to one of the other houses. I can see her front door or whatever.
Okay. Cool.
They can go from there. Sorry, you can catch up with
All
me.
right, all right. All right. I'm doing my looming thing.
All right.
But I can't loom over her. She's taller than me.
Yeah, she's a tall gymnast. She brings you to the house, and sure enough, there is Mr. Boots lounging in a windowsill, laying in a sunbeam.
Excellent.
There's Mr. Boots. How do you talk to him?
Well, with magic, of course.
I see.
And I'm going to cast the spell Comprehend Languages, knowing full well that this is not going to work.
All right.
And nice. I'm going to go up to the cat and like, "So, Mr. Boots, where was Annie last night?"
Meow.
Mr. Boots just rolls over slightly, not giving a fuck.
I'll give him a good scratch. She wasn't here. Does she normally do that?
Cat
She doesn't?
scratch this.
Okay, I understand. You've been a good cat. Thanks, man. I'll turn around and he's like, "He says you weren't here last night."
Well, that's ridiculous. Of course I was. Mr. Boots! Mr. Boots! Why would you? Don't make things up. He was sleeping. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He was sleeping, just like how you've been sleeping with Lord Wilkins.
I don't sleep with Lord Wilkins. He comes and helps treat my
Hey,
issues.
Mr. Boots, give him another scratch. How often does the doctor man come in? And give him more scratches, get more sounds out.
Ma'am, it'd be more easier for you if you just spoke to us. This is going to be harder on you the more we get from
It
Mr.
says he
Boots.
comes around about every night. You guys go in and start mating, and then
That's ridiculous. Every night is ridiculous. I work.
not every night. I said once a week.
She treats me once a week. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
He does come by once a week or so to treat me. Sometimes in the evening. I work late, and he comes when I'm off work.
How would you describe your anxiety?
Very high right now. Very, very high.
In general, you know.
How do you describe anxiety? It feels like the world is pushing down on my shoulders, and I don't know what to do about it.
How often would you say it gets to an emergent state?
I don't feel like I need to be answering any more of these questions until you tell me what's going on.
Why are you so afraid of the questions I'm asking you?
Because I'm an anxious person.
But what do you have to hide?
Why would you tell me what's going on?
Why won't you tell me where you were last night?
I was at home.
Ain't.
No, you weren't.
I took a short stroll to the fish market to get something to eat. I was gone for a little while.
Okay.
So you
What'd
were
you
on the
hear?
docks last night.
The fish market's near the docks, but I wasn't on it.
Sure, it's
So-
not on the docks, but
I just went to go buy a fish. You
A
can
fish.
ask the woman who was there.
okay.
Yes.
Who's the woman?
Maddie, the fishmonger.
What time?
Just around sundown. I have my anxiety makes it hard for me to
That's fine.
to.
What did you do after that?
I came home and I cooked the fish and I gave some to you, Mr. Boots. Don't you remember? And
Yep. Blame the cat. That's going to ease your conscience.
and I made the dinner and then
You made the dinner.
yeah, I made dinner, I made fish and we
So at what point did you kill Mrs. Wilkins? Was that before or after dinner?
I didn't kill Miss Wilkins.
You didn't?
Mm-mm.
Then who did?
Is she dead? Oh my.
Oh my, indeed.
Oh my.
Why was your first reaction, I didn't do it, as opposed to, is she dead? Is it because that you did in fact do it? Why? Why would you kill her?
I wouldn't. I have no reason to kill her. She's a
Really?
What? What? Does her husband know that she's dead?
Does he?
Does he?
I'm asking you. I don't know.
Well, you would have known she was dead first, so did you inform him by message or such? Or did you plan it with him? Should we arrest both of you or just you?
If you love Frank so much, would you take him down with you?
I didn't do it.
I'm sure
You can
did.
ask. You can ask the fishmonger.
What was happening on the docks if you were there at the time?
I wasn't at the docks. I was at the fishmonger's, which was near the docks, but not on the docks. And I
Did you
don't
see
know.
the docs?
I mean, you of course you can see the docks from the fishmonger's.
Okay, what big event had occurred?
Okay, that's fine.
Nothing. No big event occurred.
All right, that's fine. My colleagues here are going to stay with you,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to go ask Maddie the fishmonger.
Yeah, agreed. Well, I'm here, but he's off keeping.
And I'm going to go
somewhere.
talk with Maddie the fishmonger.
Okay. Let's flip over to Will for a moment. You have been waiting outside to keep an eye on the door. What are you doing?
Oh, I was saying I wanted to hop over to one of her neighbors' houses. I was going to knock on the doors and see if she was here last night or not. See what talks to her about her comings and goings. That was my my goal.
So you knock on the door at the house next door, and a young man opens it and looks at you sort of perplexed and goes, hello there, halfling. Are you looking for yard work?
No, friend. I've just got a small question for you. How familiar are you?
Sorry, what would you say?
I'll see. Good. I'm glad you like jokes. How do you feel about your neighbor?
Which one? I have 5.
Maddie.
Maddie?
Annie. I'm sorry. My notes are
Annie. I'd like to know her better.
I see. You didn't happen to notice her last night, did you? Comings and goings?
You know, I did notice her. Coincidentally, I wasn't looking through her window or anything.
I hold up a silver coin, I hand it to him, and I just continue.
I was looking out my window because there was the full moon last night, and I noted that she lit her candles sort of late, and then there was this fishy smell coming from the house. It smelled really good. She's a really good cook. She once brought me some muffins.
I might have to get some from her. So, friend, how late would you say this was last night?
A couple hours after dark, maybe? Hour after dark? Hard to tell.
I got you. She doesn't have anyone come by and see her often, does she?
A doctor comes by to treat her. I think she hurt her shoulder a while back, and I think it's been giving her some trouble.
Okay. But she doesn't have any brothers or sisters who come by, or any family members?
No. Parents died of the plague a decade back, and younger sister drowned. Older brother killed by goblins. Older sisters, all 3 of them, murdered by kobolds. Her youngest brother actually was run through by a hobgoblin and used as a flag for a little while. And then she had a half-sister who fell down a hole near an old abandoned church.
Oof, rough.
Yeah.
Rough life there, my friend.
Yeah. Unfortunate life.
For sure. Well, thanks for your information, friend. I give him a wave and I head on out. I go try to one of the other houses. I'm gonna knock on the 3 around her. I don't know how long you want to give me.
As much time as you need. Yeah.
It's basically the same thing, though. I'm just gonna ask what time she came home last night, what she was doing, seeing if she was by herself or not, are really the main points. If you wanted me to go through it all weekend.
The next house that you go to, the door is answered by a middle-aged woman who claims that she was conked out. She went to bed, a few hours before sunrise because she gets up early. She's got the morning shift, tending to her neighbors. She's a night guard down on the docks. So she gets up really early to go keep an eye on the docks.
I asked if she was around when the kerfuffle happened last night.
What kerfuffle? No one told me about a kerfuffle.
When the missus got off the boat. Oh, where's my notepad?
Wilkins.
When Miss Wilkins stormed off the boat and went home shortly before sundown.
I didn't hear anything about that.
No, nothing. Okay.
No. Yeah.
That's all I had.
These people are really shit at spreading rumors.
I know, right? No one's heard about this.
I tell you, fucking something happens. People know about it within hours.
Right. When you don't have the internet, man, someone got a yelling match down at the docks. Everybody knows.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they should know more than I think they would know.
Well, she's been asleep.
Know that it happened.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess in my mind, a husband and a wife arguing with each other doesn't rank very high on the awareness list.
For sure, it doesn't. But a rich couple.
I know.
That's true. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a rich couple would know.
In age of strife, that sort of news spread all the time, easily.
If it's just some lady was yelling at her husband, sure, that's one thing. But the
rich lady,
the
who's
rich
a massive bitch.
The rich lady who's a massive bitch was arguing with her husband on the docks again. Okay, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like that one would get out.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's talk with this fishmonger.
Yeah, I think I'm getting nothing from these people, right? You're not going to give me.
I mean, this is.
Already know.
The other houses are all like on the backside, and let's see if they see anything. Oh,
They might not see
actually,
anything.
one of the other houses did see something. They were up making noises of their own.
I see. I understand.
And,
I give him a nod.
He went out afterwards to, as he calls it, air dry in the moonlight, and heard some doors slamming shut and some crying late at night, maybe hour or so after dark.
Okay. Would you say it's from? I kind of point towards her house. That house over there.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Annie cries a lot, you know.
Oh, does she?
Well, sometimes. Usually more shouting, crying, you know. And she's got visitors over. This was more of like regular crying, though.
You shouty crying when she has visitors over? You mean like they're unhappy with the relationship? One
No,
might say?
I mean like they're very happy with the relationship.
I see. I understand. Okay. Well, that's just what I needed to hear, my friend. I think you've helped me out quite a deal. You and the missus, I hope you have a great night, and maybe breezy.
Let's hope there's a good breeze. These hot nights, man, they make it real hard to enjoy yourself.
Well, less candles next time, maybe. Yeah.
It's a good
And I
idea.
wink, and then I head on out because it's.
Technically, it'd be fewer candles. He shouts at you.
I yell back in halfling. Doesn't matter, friend. Doesn't matter.
I no speak Drakisian.
Absolutely. Oh man. So down at the wedding, sorry, side tangent. If everything was going good, perfect English. It like stuff started going sideways at all, broken as fuck English. No longer good. No longer happy. Like it's like what? Dude, you just were speaking beautiful about getting paid. Like you had no problem. When there's a little problem here, big problem for you. Huh, weird. But every single person did the same shit. Oh my god. Sorry.
Yeah, bro, the boat's all fine, all cleaned up. Ain't.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Second shift got it. Second shift. I bet they do.
Yeah, absolutely. We cleaned yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Sure. Yeah. Anyway, so continue. I head back to her house. I don't know if he's heading out to go see the fishmonger or not, but I don't know if he steps out while I'm away or not.
Yeah, so I go fishmonger.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I catch him out the door or not, because I think I do. I don't think the fishmonger is much necessary.
50-50 chance. You do not catch him. He makes it out before while you're still talking to the breezy boy.
Cool. Cool.
All right, Connor, you make it to fishmonger. There is the fishmonger. Maddie the fishmonger.
Maddie fishmonger. Hey, Maddie, I got a couple questions for you.
You want a trout? Or a halibut?
No,
Or a bass? Or a catfish?
No, I'm good on fish.
Okay.
But if you could spare a moment, I'd be much appreciative.
Yes.
Last night, when the Lady Wilkins had a falling out with her husband. Yeah, tell me about it. Like, how bad was it?
Well, I didn't hear it. But Janet was bringing me some stuff down from the docks. The last catch of the day was coming a little bit late. She was hauling it over here. We were doing our deal. And she was telling me that the Lady Wilkins and the Lord Wilkins had a bit of a match, a talking match, got a little heated. Apparently, he said something about her never being interested in his activities. She said something about horse riding's boring, and if I ever wanted to ride horses, I could just ride horses here. I don't need to go halfway across the world to ride horses. And she stormed off in a huff.
I see.
But, you know, that's her typically bitchy self. If she had ever bothered to give her husband one iota of attention, it would have been fine. Then again, he's also off in his own world. He probably never even pays attention to anything she says or does. You know, I really do think that this is the problem with modern marriages, is that the two people are just so involved in their own separate things that neither one of them ever gets to really know each other. All of this arranged marriage for nobility and for land and for exchange of property, and people don't get to connect. You know, she's busy collecting debts. He's busy treating injuries, and there's no fabric there to work with. You know, I used to blame her, but now I kind of blame both of them.
Yeah, sure. Nobody's at fault, but everyone's at fault.
Sort of, yeah. The world's a shitty place, and sometimes it just all goes sideways.
When Janet came up to give you that juicy bit of information, were you perhaps selling a fish to a rather tall woman by the name of Annie?
No, I sold the fish to Annie a little bit before that.
A little bit before that?
Yeah, maybe 10 minutes before that.
10 minutes before that? Okay. Is Annie a regular customer?
Absolutely, buy all the time.
All the time? What can you tell me about her?
She's tall. She must be over 6 feet tall. Oh my god, and she's so strong. My husband saw her down at Joey's one time, and as one of her feats, she did one-handed pull-ups. Can you imagine that? A one-handed pull-up. It was insane. That's what he says.
Yeah, that is pretty impressive.
Yeah. I mean, I know she's like slender and skinny, but she's tall, but then she's got strong arms.
Yeah, sure. Interesting. Do you know which way she went after she...
She went north.
North?
Which is weird, because she comes from south and she normally turns back south, but she was buying a fish from me, and then, you know, we were talking about our days and what was going on, and then something caught her eye, and she, like, hurried up the conversation and paid really quickly and then left. And I don't know what it was.
Okay. Facing Maddie, would I be able to see the docks from here if
Definitely.
I was 6 feet tall?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I could probably just, like, stand up on Necrofer and just...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you could stand up on his head and easily see.
Really see something going on. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time, and I'll place the silver down on the table, turn and leave.
That means motive and opportunity now.
Motive, opportunity, means.
Yeah.
She could easily have just like thrown a rock through there, jumped through.
Yep. Avoided the bush, no problem.
Yep. She's a gymnast.
Nope. The wall's no big deal either. Didn't matter if creaky board or not.
Yeah.
Yep.
She didn't have the cuts on her to simulate or to mean she jumped through the window. That'd also be very hard to do.
She didn't get anything underneath her fingernails, but maybe she, I don't know, got hit somehow, or
Yeah.
I don't know how those come into play.
Yeah. The
Also,
scratch.
you said she had like scratches on her hands.
No, she had gymnast gloves on her hands, so you couldn't see her hands.
So she could have been clawing at the hands, and she's wearing the gloves to hide the scratches.
Clawing at the hands. Or we could see if the gloves have, like, I assume they're made out of leather or something.
Mm-hmm.
You'd probably be able to see scratch marks on there like that.
Do you wear gloves?
I have worn gloves. If you scratch them hard enough. So we didn't find leather under her fingernails.
No, skin.
Skin.
Yeah, skin. Okay. Yep.
But she didn't probably have her gloves on her when she was buying a fish.
Probably did not. Yep. So I'll go back.
You go back, and she's standing there tapping with the cleric, tapping her foot next to the cleric.
I'm just saying, full of hope, you should use hope and just confess. I mean, if you don't just confess, we'll find the crime and you won't have any leniency.
Confess to something I didn't do? No. I should have hope that you all see reason that I didn't do this.
Dad, I can circulate until everyone gets back.
I'll walk in and I'll ask, so where did you head after you got the fish?
I came
I'll
home.
come in behind him, for sure.
I came right home.
Came right home?
Yep.
Right home, directly home.
Yep.
So if I talk to your neighbors around here, none of them would ever hear you having some fun screaming matches with the doctor, and last night you didn't come home crying? That didn't happen? I'm sure
my anxiety got the better of me, and I was crying. That's true.
Okay.
I would be very anxious after I killed someone as well.
look, I know you started heading north. Maddie's like, that's kind of weird. I know you saw the kerfuffle at the dock. You had the opportunity. You could easily have vaulted the bushes. Just take off your fucking gloves.
My gloves?
Yeah, just take off your gloves.
Why?
Just do it.
No.
Why not? Are you afraid of what we'll find? Are you afraid we'll find the scratches from Mrs. Wilkins?
No. I'm not afraid of anything. I just don't like you.
That's understandable.
I bless her so she feels no fear.
You bless her so she feels no fear. Okay. So her timid no turns to a stern no!
Look, I can make you take those gloves off, whether you want them to come off or not.
I can pick you up and shot put you 100 meters.
You can't.
Maybe
shot
not
put
100 meters. That's a little bit. I could shot put you a good distance.
I like look her up and
I
down.
bet you could also try to choke us out,
Probably
huh?
hit me maybe 15 to 20 feet. I'll give you that. But by the time you actually get over here, if you can catch me, you'll already be down on the ground unconscious. You won't even know I hit you.
She takes off her gloves, and sure enough, there are big, deep, bloody scratch marks in her hands.
Why'd you do it?
It's pretty clear.
Well, I want her to say it.
Bitch. She liked Mr. Wilkins. And there's probably some money to be gained if he decides, oh yeah, the young gymnast lady, I like her, let's marry her. At deep down, or not deep down, but at its simplest level, that's what it is.
Yeah.
He deserves
just-
better than that wench.
I'm sure she does. Or I'm sure he does.
Oh, at least now he won't be with the murderer.
Yeah, he'll just be with no one.
Yeah.
Well, I doubt that.
Well, for the immediate future.
Oh, he's just inherited a lot of
But here's the
stuff.
problem. You just murdered a noble.
She grimaces.
You may have killed a bad person, but what
Look,
you
I
did.
understand. Sometimes people die. Though with me, it's more of an accident. Like, oh shit, oops, they're dead. But
That does happen.
it's more than you think. But here's the thing. You did something. You did something dumb as fuck.
Fighting for love is never dumb.
Yeah, it is. It's straight dumb.
I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Yeah, you probably would have. But unfortunately for you, there's no sheriff in town who is either shit at their job and is just a figurehead, or someone just convinced me to not frame someone else. Like, sucks to suck.
True that.
If you're gonna kill someone and get away with it, you gotta plan more. Gotta be a little bit smarter about how you do it. Maybe you
Should
should
have just waited. She waited until night. We'd have never seen you. We were screwed.
Well, you're not the
know he never
sheriff.
would've-
What are you gonna do about this, huh?
I don't know. What should we do?
You should let me go. She was a terrible person. Nobody liked her in the entire world, and
Just because
her...
nobody likes you, that means to kill you? Are you gonna use that logic for every single person that you don't like? I don't like them. They're dead.
Wasn't that what you do? Isn't that what all of you people over at Shenanigans do?
No.
May.
Not usually.
No. Usually people pay me to either go get something of theirs, go make someone they want dead. I don't decide, like, yep, that person is shitty, I'm gonna kill them. Most of the time it's someone else decides that, and I'm just the tool they do to use that.
You're just the hired sword. You have
I'm
no
just
say in the
hired
matter. Well,
I have
maybe
very-
I should have come and hired you to kill her for me.
Probably.
Probably.
Well, you're not the
like
law
that.
enforcement here. What'll we take for this thing to go away, huh?
Usually takes someone that I don't like. That is a general menace. Unfortunately, she had friends in high places, and that's a little bit harder to do.
Her husband has friends in high places. Don't the two of them cancel each other out?
Do they? Who's higher?
Well,
Whose places are higher?
Is
You didn't
he
think
in
about
on
any
this
of
then?
it started.
If he's willing to
acted
use
on
his
a
friends in
whim.
high places, then is he an accomplice in this?
Well, what about this? She says, and goes over to the couchy bed area, pulls up some cushions, and opens a hidden compartment in the couch, and pulls out a gemstone, and holds it up. What if
I cast detect magic.
It's not magical.
Uninterested.
What if I give you this?
Let me take a quick look at it.
It is worth probably about a 60 gold. It's way more money than a gymnast of her standing should have in gemstones lying around.
I give it back to her. You can't afford my prices.
I can get more. When Lord Wilkins comes back, I'm sure there will be plenty of money that
When Lord
you can be
Wilkins
given.
comes back, he's going to find that his wife has died.
And he'll be overjoyed with it.
When Lord
doesn't like
Wilkins
her.
comes back, he won't come back to you. You're a commoner. He's a noble. He can't marry
Hold
you.
on. Let's
I don't
back
need
up
him to
here.
marry me. I'm just happy the way things are, and I'm happier with her gone.
Well, what happens when he marries someone he likes? Because he's going to remarry.
You're looking too far down the road.
You're not looking that far enough down the road. She dies. What's he going to do? Come like, oh, my wife died. Well, look at this. I found the local gymnast that I like. What's that going to say to all of his noble friends? Like, oh yeah, I ditched my wife. Yeah, I definitely had my wife killed. He's not going to incriminate himself like that.
Because he
Holy
was in love
time.
with you, but not. He wasn't in love with a murderer. He won't stay with you now. You've got blood on your hands.
Well, what are you gonna do with me then, huh? You're not the local law enforcement. If you kill me now, you'll just be murdering me.
Well, we're not going to have to murder you. We've got like 3 ways
No.
to make you go unconscious.
We got a bunch of deputies. Nothing to do. Just throw you in there and tell them, hey,
Yeah, I've got a sleep ability. He's got a sleep ability. We could get you across town without any fuss.
sure, we could get you across town without any thoughts. We just like kick your ass out of town. You never show up again. We don't tell anyone. Or we just hand you over. No matter what, in the end, I'm going to get paid.
So it's exile or jail time?
Yes.
I'll take the exile.
Your
Back up.
face
Yeah.
will be given to the authorities and will say, oh, you escaped.
She nods.
So if you were to return, they will arrest you. So
I get it. I don't have any ties to this community anyway, other than Lord Wilkins. Frank.
Well, you did a solid for Frank. I look around with my detect magic. Is there anything else in here before she gets out?
There's nothing magic in her house.
Gotta
Have
check,
10
man.
minutes to pack everything up. It better be able to be carried on your person.
She goes into the closet, pulls out a haversack, puts a few clothing items in it, goes over to the cupboard, pulls out a loaf of bread, some cheese, goes to her secret stash of money, puts it all in there, puts the gem in there, grabs her shoes, grabs a traveling cloak, looks around, thinks for one last second, anything else I need?
Where do you intend to go?
West. I'm gonna go west.
I pull
There's
out
a
one of my steel daggers. You're gonna need this. Those planes are dangerous. Do you even know how to use it?
Slash at him?
You're gonna die.
I can. I'm a fast runner and I'm a strong woman. I'll be okay.
Do you know how
Probably-
fast a Renewal runs?
Well, I don't have many choices now, do I?
You don't. I mean, you could go north.
east of the
To
capital.
where the spiders are? No, thank you. I'll take my chances with the gnolls
Rip.
instead of the Eder caps.
All right, fair enough.
All right.
Fair enough.
Maybe east.
Watch out.
I could
Watch
go to
out.
Fenden. I could meet Lord
Yeah.
Wilkins there. That might be
Yeah,
better.
You do that.
You
Kobolds
got a
are.
couple days.
Yeah.
What were we saying?
Nothing.
I don't give a fuck. Kobolds are dumb bitches.
You're very well spoken for a kobold, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Why do you
And,
think he's riding a dragon?
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that, but I thought you might kill me if or maybe I was imagining it.
No, it's straight up. I paid someone to build this thing, used some magic, made it come to life.
That's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Now you understand my conundrum a little bit. Anyway, you have everything you need, and I cast invisibility on her. Now get the fuck out.
All right. She's a little surprised by it, and you see the door open and shut, and you can hear the pitter-patter of her feet as she heads east.
And she's got a bless on her as well, so she should be fine.
That was a surprise ending.
Yeah, I break a few things in her house, make a ruckus,
Yeah.
yell fuck a couple times.
I go over to her elf friend and said, I need that key again.
What?
We're going back by Mr. Wilkins' estate and we're grabbing some jewelry.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But you've got to trick me, because I'm not going to approve of burglary.
All right. Fair enough.
No, you can do it, just trick me.
No, I know exactly how I do it. I don't tell you where I go. I just disappear.
Oh, all right. You just
And then
disappear. I don't
a
know
little
about
bit later, I show up with like, I don't know, probably 300 gold worth of shit.
it. Yeah.
It's all in like jewelry or something.
Oh yeah, she's got scores of gold and jewelry.
Yeah. I go to the sheriff's station and just make a wanted poster of her saying,
Don't
Oh.
make a poster.
okay, no, I won't.
We
No
didn't just
poster.
make a poster. We got paid.
I
to
would
do
just
that
told her
stuff.
we're going to. Yeah. Fair enough.
All right.
Yeah. I'm stealing probably, I don't know if I'm going to be as adventurous as 300 gold. I'm probably stealing 200 gold worth of stuff.
But I mean, we've got to have to actually close the case. But do we want to tell them that she did it, or do we just leave it?
We just tell them that we found the lady and she escaped.
All right,
Yeah.
okay.
And-
Yeah.
Anything stolen, I'm pinning on her.
All right.
Probably.
I'll just what I'll tell them, and I don't know you guys stole, so
Just add a 2 in front of that number over there, and that's perfect.
All right.
so I go to
And-
the sheriff's station, and just give them the general
I'll
information.
add a
about her
150 to mine. Give the other 150 to.
They're like, all right, cool. We don't have a sheriff, so
It's a noble who's died, so at least put it down on paper.
Oh, give me the paper. I'll put it under the paperweight. Actually, you can
Yeah,
put it
yeah.
under the paperweight over there.
All right, I will. But you
Oh,
know,
no.
like
Sounds
the
like
Baroness will actually care about a noble dying. You know.
they don't care. Unless the Baroness
Yeah.
comes down, they
Yeah,
don't.
but the Baroness gets money from it every quarter, so she will care.
Well, now the Baroness is just going to get money from her husband.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. I was wrong. Yeah.
All right.
All right, I followed
and-
the paperwork.
And sure enough, eventually, the next day or something, the Baroness does come by, or a messenger from the Baroness comes by, and there's the cook and the maid told her that the lady had died, and you guys were hired to do the investigation, and the upper echelon does want the official word on what happened and who was responsible.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what is your story that you feed them?
Well, I told her when we got to the place, she got away. She was gone.
You told them the person who did it, though?
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
Okay.
dancer.
Yeah, some dancer, strong dancer. And then I point out all the evidence we found that prove it.
Perfect. All right,
Yeah.
they accept your investigation and shake their heads at you that it didn't work out well, but then they will pay you an extra 100 gold anyway.
Each?
For no total. If you had brought her to justice, maybe another 100
Yeah.
each or something. But since
I
she got
feel
away, you still figured out who did it, and they will accept your word on the matter and offer you all the job of sheriff.
No, thank you.
Fine.
No,
Hard to
thank you.
climb.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Okay.
No, thank you.
All right. And that will conclude our session for today. So let me calculate experience. Congratulations on solving the murder. You guys did good. You investigated all the suspects. You looked for evidence in all the right places. You had creative ideas. And when you found the person, you showed mercy.
showed mercy, but we also let a murderer go.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
But I feel like it's what is that movie about the dude out in East Texas? Bernie, out in Bernie, Texas, where the woman was such a horrible person that this guy murdered her, and the whole town covered for him. Said he was such a good dude, and like no one was sad that it happened. One moment, let me find it. Jack Black's in the movie. He like played the guy. The true story about East Texas.
All right, so we've got 100. So I'll go here. Have 33 each. Or was it 100 each?
100 total.
100. So 33 each.
So let's get experience for solving the quest. We're going to get experience for each of these suspects that you investigated and cleared as well. Whoops, that's the wrong number there. We're going to do, let's see, what else was good? I particularly like the way that you led, what was her name? Annie into a trap with the levels of questioning there. Kind of trying to pin her in a corner was nice and solid. Oh, and some experience for not just murdering people. Oh yeah, the speak with animals was great. That was solid. That was super solid.
That was good. It's a good move.
Yeah. And then we'll divide that between the 3 players, and everybody gets to take home 1,383 experience.
Ooh, so much.
1,833.
1383.
Damn. 1,383.
You know, I never used to wonder why I asked for like an EXP check every time, but I swear I wish I could ask everyone every time what their EXP.
Well, I at the end of each recap, I have them, so you can just go to all the episodes your characters appeared in and just add them up. My EXPs are raw. I don't include prime requisites on the wiki.
It's so easy.
Yeah, just add them up and you'll see if you level up or not. Yeah. Well, I really enjoyed this case.
I did too.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit more prep for my other mystery investigations to run in the future.
Yeah. I'm glad I thought about it more than last time. I just jumped on the first thing.
What was the last case?
The last case was the poisoned coffee, which wasn't poisoned.
Oh, right. Yeah, that one got stalled out early.
But I feel like that was a good start for your ODAM stuff. It was a good one to see what goes totally wrong.
Yeah.
All right.
I level up.
Rogue.
Do you?
Yep. Level 5.
Oh, for level 5 rogue?
Yep.
All right, let's see. And 1d8 divided by 2?
XP.
Yes, they did apprehend the correct person. There were not other people involved.
2.5.
Nice.
2.5. That's nice. All right. So what is it? D6 for a wizard? I also level?
Yeah. D6.
D6.
Means I'm now 18 HP. 8
Ooh,
0.
4. That's what I like to see.
Nice.
Takes us up to 8 HP. I might be able to live through a spear. We've got good chances.
I'm still level 1 with 1 HP.
Yep.
Ooh, well, it's your first session, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Didn't actually fight anything, so.
Yeah. I'm fine.
True. What else do I get from this?
Yeah. Well, I've got to have more of the rule stuff put on the wiki, like because the level ups. I forgot the cleric up there, but yeah.
Oh, I don't know. This is going to be somewhere down in the specialist stuff.
That stuff. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
5,000. Yeah, I don't.
I don't have skills and power stuff on the wiki yet. I'm going to eventually go through and do it.
Okay. Well, that's all. That wraps us up for Shenanigans today. The only things I want to say are next Sunday we are gonna have a character creation session for a new campaign coming up called Desperate Measures, featuring 2 of the 3 players in this call right now.
Ooh.
Along with 2 other people somewhere. We also
Ronald's
have
already announced on
the.
his Discord, you know, Neil. He blabbed about it on his Discord.
Well, that's fine. He can do whatever he wants.
I'm just saying you can say the name.
I can say whatever I want to say. I know what I'm doing. Been doing this shit for years.
build a
We
site.
also trying to build mystery. We also have. I am doing a big birthday marathon stream for my birthday, which is August 13, and we'll be doing it into the 14th because it's gonna be 24 hours. So people from all around the world playing in a campaign that's sort of a long story of building a city here. So this week we're going to be doing monster building for it throughout, like, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Thursday we should have of Dice and Men. Wednesday we'll have Dicing with Death, and that's that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, are you going to be playing any more video games?
I don't know.
No, he doesn't play Neal video games.
I don't know. We'll just have to see.
You going to conquer China?
Maybe we might go conquer China. We might leave China alone for a couple weeks. We'll find out. Depends on all the other stuff coming up. So that's it for Shenanigans. Goodbye, everybody.
Peace.
Bye.